What's up, Clayton kids? Check out my little baby here. You know, holding this baby reminds me of the time that my son Jackson was born and the first time I got to hold him. He was about the size of this little baby right here. And I remember watching the doctors take Jackson and place him right there on my wife so she could hold him for the first time. It was as if a new type of love had been born. As you know, as we've said before, the Bible was written in several different types of languages. And the Greek word in the Bible for the type of love that a father and a mother feel for a child is storge. That's S-T-O-R-G-E. Storge. That brings me to our memory verse of today. Luke 2:51. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart. Have you ever hidden from your parents? If you haven't, don't, because they don't like that. Or do you remember a time when they couldn't find you? As a parent, I can't explain to you the fear that comes over when you can't find your child, when they're missing for just a second. And there's a story in the Bible where that happened to Jesus and his mother. Let's check it out. This comes from Luke chapter 2, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. They weren't the only ones that went to Jerusalem. There were a ton of people there for Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to custom. And when the feast was ended, as they were returning, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. His parents did not know it, but supposing him to be in the group, they went a day's journey, but then they began to search for him among their relatives and acquaintances. So all of Jesus' cousins and his friends were in the city for the Passover. It wasn't uncommon for children to run off and play with their friends or with their cousins because there were so many people around and there was so much stuff going on. And when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem, searching for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple. 3 days is really important. 3 days. Jesus was in the tomb for 3 days, and then he rose again. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers. And when his parents saw him, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us so? Behold, your father and I have been searching for you in great distress." So Mary and Joseph find him, and they're like, "Jesus, where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. You scared us to death." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house?" And they did not understand the saying that he spoke to them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was submissive to them. And his mother treasured up all these things in her heart. And Jesus increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man. So that brings us back to our memory verse. Luke chapter 2. Verse 51, but his mother treasured all these things in her heart. The word that sticks out to me here is things. Things. As you know, the Bible was written in several different languages. The New Testament was written in Greek. The Greek word for things is rhema. Rhema. That's R-H-E-M-A. Okay, but his mother treasured all these things, rhema, R-H-E-M-A, in her heart. The word rhema actually means utterances. And I know you're probably thinking, utterances, what does that mean? What is an utterance? An utterance is a saying. Okay, so things, rhema, utterances, sayings. I can only imagine as Mary would retell this story. Okay, and she treasured this story in her heart. So after watching Jesus grow up, start his ministry, die on the cross, come back to life, and then tell people this miraculous, amazing story about the life of her son, this is one of the things that stands out to her. She remembers what he said to her in the temple that day. And that's the point of today's lesson. What we say to our moms matters. Okay? What we say to our mothers, it matters to them. They remember it. Now, that being said, Mother's Day is coming up. Okay? This Sunday is Mother's Day. I need your help. Okay? This is for you and your dad. Okay, you and your dad, that's what I want you to do away from your mom. I don't want her to know what you're doing. I want it to be a surprise, okay? You're gonna take your cell phone, take your dad's cell phone, get him to hold it, press record, okay, like this. And you're gonna take a 15-second video, okay? Now make sure that it's not upright, that it's like this, that it's sideways, okay, or that it's horizontal or in landscape mode, okay? You don't wanna do it like this, you wanna do it sideways. You're gonna take a 15-second video, no more. And I want you to tell us why you love your mother and why she is so important to you. Remember that what we say to our mothers matters. Okay, so 15 seconds with the phone like this. Tell us what you love about your mother, why she's so important and special to you. And you got 2 ways that you can share that with us. We're going to take a video of all the kids and people sharing what they love about their mothers, and we're going to compile it together and make this really cool video that's coming out from the church. You can do it, fathers, you can send this to us 2 ways. You can upload it to Google Drive and share that to Will, W-I-L-L, at ClaytonBaptistChurch.com. That's one way. Okay, or another way is you can send it to us in a Facebook message to Clayton Baptist Church. Just attach it to the message and send it to us that way, okay? Make sure that you don't try to text it or email it to us, okay? We want to upload it to the Google Drive to Will at ClaytonBaptistChurch.com or send it to us in a Facebook message, okay? I'm Jamey, and this has been another edition of Clayton Kids.